Hello, welcome to Liz Rocks and Stuff. I'm Liz, and let's see what's in my tumbler. We're gonna start off with my quartz mixture and see what's going on here. So first off, this is my 1 pound barrel. This has been tumbling quartz for a while. It started with the smoky quartz. Now it's got some amethyst and some other stuff mixed into it. And so we're gonna clean it all off. It's all looking really good. So I think I mentioned last week that I'm going to combine what's in this barrel with the quartz that other quartz, and I'm going to build a bigger barrel out of this. So this is me going through. My barrel that I'm going to put these in is actually done a couple of days after this barrel gets done. Everything takes about a week. These are done earlier than the others. Anyway, so I'm sorting these out. The top cup are the ones that are ready for stage 2, and the bottom one is ones that still need to be in stage 1. So I'm putting them in the cup. I'll put them in water, and that is to just save them, keep them wet until I'm ready to put them into the bigger barrel with all of the other rocks that I've already had going. So these are going to be put into storage just for a few days. So I'm going to put the water in there. I'm going to top up the water in the other cup. And now we're ready to see the bigger barrel. So this is my 3 pound barrel. It has some agates, I think, and some other just sort of stuff in it. So this was what I put the dumortierite in quartz. That's that large stone in there. I'm going to go through here. That's actually looking pretty good. It has broken. Some bits of it have broken off, which is fine. And I'm just going through and seeing how these are doing. There are a couple that are ready for stage 2, so I put those aside. And I just put everything here. That's one of the pieces that broke off. I'm going to put that into the barrel. I did look through the media. I'm not going to put this media back in. I just wanted it to tumble for a while. So this is all of the quartz and amethyst that I pulled out from the previous barrel. Putting those in there. And I still needed to top that up a little bit. So this is... there were some bits in the bottom of the cup, so I put that through the strainer. But anyway, that's a piece of smoky quartz I found sitting on my counter and was like, I don't know where this came from. So it's going to go in there because it's not ready for stage 2 yet. I dumped that out because I wanted to see if there were any other pieces that I could pull out from here. Otherwise, I'm going to leave that there to dry out because I want my media dry before I put it back in its container. And then this is just rocks from my rock bed, just random rocks that I use to fill up my harder tumbles. So I wouldn't put these with anything other than a 7 hardness like my quartz here is. Just because some of those are harder quartz rocks anyway. So that's just as filler because I don't want to use tumbling media, but I didn't really have enough to fill up this barrel yet. So we're just going to put some filler rock in there. And then I put 4 tablespoons of stage 1. And then put the lid on and get that going for another week. And while I'm here and you guys are just watching me screw a lid onto this, I do want to say that next week's video is going to be a little different. It's not going to be a what's in my tumbler episode. I've got a little bit of a special video planned for next week, and then we'll pick back up on the what's in my barrel the week after that. So just kind of look forward to something a little different from me next week. Now let's check on the amber. This is the same amber that I have had tumbling for quite a while. And this is looking the same as it's had the past few weeks, which is encouraging because if you remember in the beginning, the slurry for this amber was frothy and brown. And now it's gritty and gray. Gritty's not good, but gray is. So, yay for some progress. Still not making super great progress here, but it's progress. It's better than I've had in the past. I think I pulled out 2 pieces that I moved over into the cup to be ready for stage 2. That dunk there was to see, it's hard to tell on these rocks if there's just grit or if it's still that host rock, so that's why I was dunking it to see if I could rinse any of the grit off. I move a couple of very small pieces over Some of these pieces are just going to keep tumbling for quite a while. I then just, put the tumbling media back in and put in the water. And we are going to tumble this in stage 1 again for another week. I'm considering, if this week nothing happens, then I am going to probably tumble them for 2 weeks. Again, that was 2 tablespoons of grit. That's what I've been putting in this most recently. And then just letting it tumble for a week. But I'm thinking I might start doing 2 weeks again with the tumbling media and just seeing if that makes any bit of difference. All right, so that's the amber going back into stage 1. And my final barrel is my agates. This is since I finished my quartz from my first barrel and combine that into a bigger one, I'm going to be building a second barrel. So this is my box of agates, and this is more 7 hardness random things. So these are just various agates, banded things, miscellaneous. Some of that's, there's some Dalmatian jasper in there, some other things. So this is some agates, but also some jasper and some other similar hardness type rocks. So those are sort of the loose stuff that I had just from various mixed bags of rocks. And then I have this green tree or moss agate that I got from the rock shed. And we're going to put that in this barrel to fill it up. And I'm just going to start tumbling some agates that I have, because I've got a lot of rocks that I need to start getting through. So we'll put these in there. Again, this is my 1 pound barrel, so I'm not going to put it too full, but that's what's going to go in this barrel for a while. So put in the water, and then stage 1 grit. I think I put in 4 tablespoons in this, and we're going to put it on the tumbler for a week and see how that goes. And you can enjoy a sped up version of me struggling very hard to get this nut onto the top of this barrel. I sped it up because it took me forever and several tries to get that to go on there. So I finally got it on. I got it tightened down, and that's going to go on the tumbler for a week. And I am labeling this agates and stuff because it's moss agates and some jasper and some other agates and some other stuff. All right, so I will thank you for watching. I will post another video next week. It's not going to be a what's in my tumbler video, but I think it's going to be very fun.